Hi, Peter Charles here, Wojda for Life Fly Fishing. And today we're going to do another pattern from the book, A Compendium of Canadian Fly Patterns. And this time it's an attractor pattern, a variation of a woolly bugger. And it looks very interesting. I think it'll do well for trout, bass, smallmouth bass, and carp as well, maybe even sheephead. You never know what'll take this type of fly. It kind of looks like a bit like a small crayfish, or it could look a bit like a damselfly if you did it in a small enough size. It's a variety of different things it could look like. So let's get started with the Tomcat and see what's involved with the materials. Our hook is going to be a typical wet fly hook in a size 4. You can do it in smaller sizes as well. We're going to be using 2 threads. The first one's going to be this Vivas Red. The tail is going to be made out of this chickaboo. You could use olive marabou that has dyed tips as well. Then we will be switching over to this olive green 6/0 thread. Our hackle is olive grizzly. And we're going to be using lead dumbbell eyes to help get the fly down. So let's get started first with the red thread. Okay, I've pulled off 3 of these chickaboo feathers. And I'm going to line them up, line the tips up. I'm using 3 to get enough bulk, because if you just use 1, it gets a little flimsy. And I will just tie that on, a few loose wraps, hold it a little bit, tighten it up, cut these waste bits off. And I clean that up quickly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this round the bend. And then I'm just going to build up the red. Make a nice bright red hot spot. Okay, bring your thread back. Now we remove the red because we no longer need it. Put on your olive. Bring your olive thread back to the red. And tie in your hackle by the tip. Now we'll tie in our chenille. And bring your thread forward, and we'll tie in the dumbbell eyes. Now we'll wind our chenille forward. You notice I'm keeping the wraps close together. I don't want this to be too sparse looking. Okay, there we go. Tie off our chenille. And now to wind our hackle. Just put a turn at the back, and then come forward. sure all of the barbs are behind dumbbell eyes. And I'll just come forward and whip finish. So what you can do is put a little bit of UV glue in there to hold that. It will fish in that fashion. So the chickaboo will be up in the water column and the dumbbell eyes will be down in the bottom. It should fish quite well. I think this would be a nice little pattern. As I say, it should work for smallmouth. I put it under an indicator for trout. That would be cool. Carp along the bottom. And they catch a lot of different types of fish. So give it a try, the Tomcat. Cheers.